One of the most iconic Pokemon is Charizard, and possibly the most iconic Pokemon card of all time is this 1999 base set Charizard. Today, we're going to draw it. Welcome to the break room. As usual, thank you so much to my subscribers. I really appreciate all of your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love for you to join this channel. Go ahead and hit that button, and thank you for being here. All right, let's go through the basics of drawing a Pokemon card. It's not as hard as it looks, so stick with me. Even if you feel like you're not good enough, keep watching. Pokemon cards are actually a fantastic way to get better at drawing. This Charizard is from my base set binder collection. We'll be using this as a reference. And the first thing we want to identify is the basic shapes that make up this Pokemon. If you look closely at Charizard, most of this is just an egg shape for his body, surrounded by ovals and triangles. It's pretty simple. Now let's try to capture this on paper. If you have sketch pencils, use a 2H to start. We will be making a very light outline on this paper. Don't press too hard. The point here is to capture the basic shape elements of Charizard without actually drawing Charizard. We'll get to that point a little later. If you don't have any sketching pencils, any pencil will do. Just follow along for now. So like I said, this is not pretty yet. However, now that we have our basic shapes, we can use the reference to draw along those shapes to create a rough outline for how Charizard will look. Make sure you are referencing the card often and use the reference points on the card to make sure you're putting the anatomy all in the right places. Like here, the neck goes up and connects to the shoulder area, where the arm goes down and forms the hand. The hand is almost exactly in line with the jaw, so you can know that the jaw will be here, the hand will be here. So putting all of the anatomy from the card in the right places on your paper will ensure that you have a very close replicate to the card. If you're feeling a little lost here, don't give up. This is a process and it takes a lot of practice. If you need to go back and watch everything that I've done so far over and over and over again until you can get it to where it looks like this while you're outlining, do that. Did you know that the artist of this card, Mitsuhiro Arita, did not feel qualified to draw for Pokemon? When he first started out drawing for them, he had just studied electrical and software engineering at university and had no art experience. So as you draw, remember that this iconic card came from someone who did not study art and did not feel qualified to be drawing. All right, now that we have an outline for Charizard, I like to use a darker pencil to go over the lighter outline just so that the lines are clear when we are ready to ink. All right, that looks decent enough. If you are following along, take an eraser now and go over it lightly so that you erase all of your old sketch lines, but leave the darker pencil from before mostly outlined. This will give us a nice, clean, outlined page with which to go over with a pen. If you have pens with different tip thicknesses, use the lightest one first so that you can then go in afterwards, thicken up the lines where you want them to be thicker, but you can have these nice thin line areas like right up in here on the neck area. You want that to be a little bit lighter. Now that the outline is in place, take the eraser one more time, go over all of the lines and make sure that none of your sketch marks are left on the page. We will get into coloring in just a second, and we will need all of the pencil lines off the paper. And there we go. We have the full outline that we need in order to start coloring. Now this is where it'll get tricky for a lot of people. I'm using knockoff Copic markers, and they're alcohol based, which allows them to blend together. If you don't have these, you can grab them online, or if you want to just get started, use colored pencils or anything that you have available that matches the colors of the card. Or you can skip coloring altogether and keep this inked sketch as is, as that does look pretty cool. If you are using any sort of alcohol-based markers to blend your colors together, make sure you start off with your lightest color first and then go darker for Alright, that is it. If you followed along, you now have drawn yourself a Charizard. And remember, if it doesn't look exactly like this or like this, don't beat yourself up. Keep practicing, keep trying. The whole point is to try something new, try something fun, and always remember, if you don't feel qualified to do something, if you don't feel good enough to do something, put those thoughts aside. Try it anyway, keep trying, and if you don't succeed to the level that you hope you do, keep trying. If you need to try again at this drawing, go back to the beginning, start over. If you followed along with this tutorial, I would love for you to leave me a comment below and let me know how it went for you. That's it for today. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet and you did like the video, I would love for you to join the channel. Subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment below. Anything that you do really helps us continue to grow. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.